Basically, you know, when I got out and I came back in 2009, I was working at a flea market with Mom. Well, we've been working there for a long time, right? It's right there on Erland and West Road, man. You see me swinging by, say what's up. Anyways, so I remember that Don Vino used to pass by a lot, you know, but I never spoke to him at all. We just that mean look to each other and that was it. Until one day he asked me about the movie guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, he asked me about the movie guys, where were they at? And I'm like, man, I don't even fuck with them cats. They were selling in front of me, but I ain't fuck with them cats like that. Yeah. So I told him I don't know. And then from there, starting a conversation, what you playing, we used to ride with or whatever. Yeah. And then he was doing his promotion shit, his posters and shit. So he gave me some posters. He even signed one for me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was inviting me to some video shoots. I remember that video shoot they were shooting. It was KB the Kidnapper. Yeah. That was by summer 2011. Yeah. And then he was telling me to go all the time, and I never went. You know, I was too busy working and shit. Until one day I decided to go to Hullabaloo's. He was they were doing a show. I remember it was Don Vino. It was Soul Mix. It was DJ Zigzag, Tally.
Zigzag.
You know, it was all them cats that were there in gold, and they were doing a show. And the first thing I was doing, I was holding posters. I was holding posters on stage. I didn't even know how to act on stage. I didn't know what to do. I would feel shy in the motherfucker, you know? Mm-hmm. And then I was just passing out CDs and posters. That's how everything started. And then they did another party. And then from there, for being a poster guy, I moved to be a hype man. You know, I didn't really know the song.
But you worked your way in from the straight bottom, from promo, poster to hype man.
And it took a half a year to actually, they asked me, I remember Defton and Don Bino asked me, what you really want to do? I don't want to DJ. I don't know how to DJ. I hate to be a promoter. You know, I think I suck at promoting. I'd rather write. I'd rather write and rap. You know. And he's like, well, start writing your verses, see what you got. And then from that point, from being nervous to even step in the booth, I didn't know how to start. So around that time, my little brother, right present, he told me, hey, let's get a setup together. You know, shoot a scene for my brother. This is the man I started everything with.
Already.
I started recording. But you know what? Besides that, we started recording out of a computer with a mic like this one. That's how I started recording, and all my speakers were some computer speakers. That's how I started doing it. And then in the beginning of 2012, I did my first song. It's called Hayden, and I had Joker in it, and we're about to play in a minute. And from there, I started recording my own shit until late 2012. That's when I actually bought me a setup, and I never paid nobody else to record me ever since. I went to Weddle, my boy Chris. I met him through Gold, and I went with him a couple times, and that was the only time I ever paid for studio time. Ever since then, I've been doing my own thing. I've been recording, mixing, and mastering my own shit.
Already independent.
I've been upgrading. It gets better and better. Right. But that's how I started with Gold, and then I started doing shows here and there. The first time I jumped the stage, it was Island Bees or some shit over there by college, with Monroe, some shit over there. Bees Island, some shit like that. That's when I first got on the mic, and don't get me wrong, I kind of choke. I look like a little robot in the mic, you know what I'm saying? But that's how everything started, you know what I'm saying? I started doing it like that, and next thing you know, we going out of town doing, being a hype man and shit. And then from there, putting my own tracks out, putting a track, 2 tracks out, and then we started doing little big things, shows with Chingo Bling, shows with, with different artists and bigger than us, And
already.
For headlining a show, I headlined a show in New Braunfels. So, it's been good. The game's been good to me. I'm not that greedy, I'm not saying I'm up there, but I'm not saying I haven't done shit. I got a little resume, so I believe like what motherfuckers did in 10 years, I did it in 2. You know what I'm saying?
But still grinding though.
I put a
mixtape
out that didn't work out, don't get me wrong. The mixtape didn't work out, and how good was the mixtape that we even had ESG fucking with us that night.
Yeah,
and that was back in
somebody. So
that was back in Kings Point times.
Yeah.
Remember?
R.I.P. Kings Point, man.
Yeah, I remember
Kings
all that.
Point.
We got fucking ESG, drunk as fuck, and we partied our asses out. And that was one of the
shout out to ESG.
Yeah, first moves we made, and don't get me wrong. I didn't do it by myself. Everything was thanks to the whole team. I'm always gonna say I got respect for Don Bino for giving me that chance, and my brother for actually pushing me to start doing what I'm doing. And now we got a better setup. Now I got better shit. Now I got better skills. And
shit, now you're on the spot radio, man.
We own it.
Man,
already.
Baby.
I remember when I met him, you know, humble guy ever since. And yeah, I was showing love to everybody. So why not showing love back? You know
it's
what I'm
always
saying?
been like that, man.
Hey, you still remember that video we did on the Brown folks?
Oh, man.
Was there. Actually, that shirt came out. Actually, you can see the shirt says hashtag on the spot.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that, man. That was classic night, bro. Classic night, man.
Yeah, that shit was live, man. We actually shot a video making it rain, not throwing fake money and none of that shit. We actually made it rain.
I remember that shit, man.
Money. And we actually, I didn't want to say this, but there were some rappers picking up some money too.
I seen that
you
shit.
Know what I'm saying?
That shit.
That's embarrassing when they talking about grinding and hustling, and you were picking up dollars. That was for the strippers. That was for the bitches. You know what I'm saying? And they were picking them up. So I think that's embarrassing. If I was you, I'd start getting a job. You know?
I seen that shit.
Hey, or you know, isn't it funny when they talk about their full-time hustlers and they living off of welfare checks?
Well, they live in that mama's house.
Besides that, because I live with my mom's, but I still help my shit, you know?
But you got a job, though. That's the difference, man.
I got a job in
You supporting your own shit, you know what I'm saying?
I sell water in the middle of the ocean, I'll tell you that much.
Already.
If I was in the desert...
He said ice to Eskimo.
If I was in the middle of the desert, I bet you I'd sell you a cactus.
Huh.